Today we're going to be talking 11 reasons to buy a hard shell rooftop tent instead of a soft shell. The price jump can be quite drastic, but I'm going to give you all the reasons why I believe it to be well worth it. So the first one is style variety. When you're looking at a soft shell, obviously it's just going to be that simple and classic fold out design with not much variation. And when you're looking at hard shells, you can get either a pop-up, a clamshell, or a hybrid of between the two. If you look to the Condor by Roof Nest, that's a good example of a hybrid design. It just has a fold-out component, which offers more sleeping space. Next, you're going to be looking at better insulation. This might be obvious, but definitely the shell offers way better insulation than just the fabric on a soft shell. Certain models have better insulation than others. iCamper, for example, has a double layered shell with an inch of air insulation between both layers. So this just provides a way better way of keeping in the warm air and keeping the cold air out. So this is great if you're interested in cold weather camping. Next, we're going to be talking about durability. The PVC cover on soft shells usually does pretty well, but after a couple years, you might see it start to wear out a little bit, and you might have to replace it depending on how much use you have if you leave it on all year long. But with that hard shell, probably the only wear and tear you might just see, if it's fiberglass, you might see it fade a little bit. I've seen some metal ones, the paint chip away after a little bit of time. Nonetheless, it's gonna be much better, and that seal around the tent is much better, and you're not gonna see maybe dirt or debris get in there, to whereas a soft shell just has a zipper or Velcro cover. So next we're gonna be talking about the low profile of hard shells. Obviously this looks really good, but another thing to consider is when you're driving down the road, it's gonna have a much better gas mileage and less wind resistance. And that kind of segues into the next point, which is a better drive. So that less wind resistance allows for a smoother drive, less noise, and you're probably gonna be able to drive a little bit, not faster, but you're just not gonna feel the wind resistance swaying you back and forth. So you can throw it up on your car and probably won't feel it near as much as you would a brick of a soft shell up there. So definitely a thing to consider in that aspect. So next we're gonna be talking about thicker mattress. Most soft shells, I would say, probably have about a 2-inch mattress, to whereas a lot of hard shell rooftop tents, you can see up to 3, maybe even a 3.5-inch mattress, which are that's just insanely thick and very, very comfortable. Obviously, when you're paying more money, you're paying for better quality, but that thicker mattress really comes down to just the design of the tent. They're able to add a thicker mattress and still only be about 6.5 to 7 inches on the slim side when completely shut, which again plays into that low profile design, which is really, really nice. And then, so another thing is you can leave the bedding inside a lot of hard shell rooftop tents. So some people like to add a mattress topper, which is great. And maybe you don't want to take it out every time when you have to go fold it up. If you have a classic soft shell, you can leave, sleeping bags, pillows, some bedding in there, and you could probably just close it right up depending on how much you leave in there and be right on your way. This is really nice if you bounce from location to location and you don't have to spend a lot of time packing everything back into the car and whatnot. So the next thing you can do is add a roof rack onto your tent. Certain ones do this, like the FSR Odyssey I know is a good example of this, or even the X Cover by iCamper, which is technically a soft shell, but nonetheless it is an example. So you can add accessories up there if you're looking to bring like a mountain bike or a kayak along. This is a great option if you're not trying to tow a trailer or buy another rack. Definitely something I would consider, and a huge perk that hard shells offer. Next, we're gonna be talking just luxury overall. Some brands, I know like James Brood has an air circulation vent, which will just better provide a way to circulate air inside the tent, which is great for summer use. So definitely something to consider there. Another thing is being able to attach solar panels directly to the RTT. And so this is really nice. Some high-end models have USB ports and 12-volt plugins right into the tent. So you can just wire the solar panel right into those plugins, and boom, your tent's electric, which is super, super nice. This might not matter for everybody, but definitely if you're a more experienced camper and if you go out many, many times a year, I think this matters. Next, we're gonna be talking about weather resistance. And the shell automatically just provides much better weather durability. One thing to consider is if you're gonna be in snow or rain, it will often pull up on a soft shell tent to where you don't have to worry about that on a hard shell, which is just really, really nice. Another thing is it's much more waterproof. You know, obviously the fabric is waterproof on a soft shell, but when you're looking at a hard shell, it's just nothing's gonna beat that. The snow or rain will just slide right off of it, and you're not gonna have to worry too much about it. So those are all of my reasons. I think it is very beneficial and well worth the extra $1,000 to $2,000 for a hard shell rooftop tent, depending on the model you go with. If you guys found this information helpful, go to the link in the description below, and I have an actual article based on this topic, and I'll give some of my favorite tents personally for hard shells and some more points to consider when buying one. So if you guys also liked it, please throw a like or a comment in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching the video.